700 of the world's most powerful horses together, and what do you get? You get out of the way. The Budweiser Ken Schrader stock car. See you at the races.
Enter the Performance Zone with split-fire Performance V spark plugs.
You get your passing gear, you're gone.
The difference in gas mileage has been fantastic.
Split-fire Performance V spark plugs mean better performance, more horsepower, and better mileage. So say the experts and the people who use them.
They're the best plugs I ever put in my car.
Enter the Performance Zone, only with split-fire Performance Vs, guaranteed.
To get the most out of this Indy car, Patrick Racing put Scott Pruitt behind the wheel. They built a team that could get it in and out of the pits in the blink of an eye. And they chose a battery they can depend on to get it started. The Duralast battery from AutoZone. The same Duralast you can depend on to start your car. So don't settle for anything less. The Duralast battery. Power you can depend on.
When the Hendrick team switched to Quaker State this year, I was talking with my crew chief about it, and he said they ran through all these tests, and the stuff beats all their standards. So I said, but don't forget, we won 8 races with last year's oil. And he said, yeah, but don't you forget, we also lost 24. Tough crowd. Thanks, huh?
Quaker State exceeds the highest standards for engine protection. Look for the Quaker State 360 rebate during National Car Care Days, plus additional savings from these manufacturers at participating retailers.
Hello, I'm Dr. David Noggle. People need to recognize the importance of eye care. I recommend yearly checkups for my patients to prevent eye problems and to monitor prescription changes in glasses and contacts. My practice is family-oriented because I believe eye care is important at every age. It's a great feeling watching a child walk out of here seeing clearly for the first time. To me, that's what eye care is about.
See Dr. David Noggle, located in Boscov's at the Laurel Mall. Dr. David Noggle for quality family eye care.
How do most car dealers react when you ask for immediate delivery? Wide selection? Choice of colors? How about on-the-spot financing? Low rates? Won't even listen, huh? Bet they don't even know your name. Must drive you clean out of your tree. Well, if we were you, pal, we'd shop Ken Wallace dealerships.
2 of 3 from the Braves earlier this month in Atlanta. Tony La Russa has the new look Cards thinking they're going to make a run at the NL Central. The Braves Cardinals, the Sunday game of the week, tonight on ESPN.
A lot of folks in Johnson City, Tennessee will tell you when you need a part for your car, go to AutoZone. The parts are top quality, the prices are low, and the people are helpful, like Gary Jennings. You see, when it comes to auto parts, folks will tell you Gary really knows his stuff. Oh, sure, they know there are other parts stores in town, but when it comes to getting the right part, the right price, and good advice from folks like Gary, there's just no place better than AutoZone.
Now, there's a brand new motor oil made to handle the stresses on your hard-working engine. 4x4 from Quaker State. Off-road driving. Extreme temperatures. Especially towing and hauling. They all make your light truck or 4x4 work extra hard and could shorten its life. Why settle for a conventional car oil? Get a synthetic blend that can take the punishment. 4x4. It's new from Quaker State. The intelligent oil for hard-working engines.
It's a simple concept. The bigger the hole, the easier air can flow through it. That's the idea behind Dynamax. The performance exhaust with the open airflow. Dynamax. Its patented open design maximizes your engine's full power potential, so you can really haul. Performance exhaust systems, engineered by Walker. Dynamax.
With new spark plugs, you get improved performance for a while. But only Bosch Platinum has a pure platinum center electrode that's heat fused. So Bosch Platinum reaches its self-cleaning temperature faster for full engine power and improved fuel efficiency over a longer performance life. Which means you'll replace a lot of other things before you change your Bosch Platinums. Bosch Platinum. the ultimate spark plug.
Over 25 years ago, Honda built the first ATV. Now we've built our most powerful, the Foreman 400. Where do we go from here? Just about anywhere we want.
See the new Honda Foreman 400 today at Matto Cycle in Pottsville.
At Wilkes-Barre Dodge, you set the rules. Get behind the wheel of the rugged, dependable Dodge Ram 1500 SLT. Regular cab or extended cab, both have new rules. So bold, so different. Want performance and sportiness? Check out the 96 Dodge Dakota 4x4 Sport from Wilkes-Barre Dodge. Handle a rough day in a new Dodge Dakota 4x4 Club Cab from Wilkes-Barre Dodge for only $18,588. On or off-road, you're in control. When the old rules no longer make sense, lead the way to Wilkes-Barre Dodge for savings, service, and satisfaction.
From Spinal Tap, are you working on any projects?
Yes, I'm working on a sports action suite, you know, where the acoustic, it starts with the acoustic guitar going, you know, which they play this tune that they play at stadiums, and then the keyboards come in with, you know, the tune Hava Nagila. It's played at sporting events as well as bar mitzvahs and briskets.
Isn't it actually pronounced Hava Nagila?
No, it's actually Hava Nagila. Oh. The song was created as an advertising jingle for Nagila cigars.
Oh.
Not well known. Perhaps it shouldn't be at all.
Bring it on! Monte Carlo. It's where the world's elite come to play. The ATP Tour Super 9 Series, the Monte Carlo Open, continues tonight at 12:30 a.m. on ESPN.
Now that Sea-Doo has become the best-selling boat in the world, he felt it was time to acknowledge those who inspired us. Okay, boys, take a bow.
When people hear the Hendrick Motorsports team switch to Quaker State this year, they'll probably think Quaker State wrote us a big check. Well, that's not how it happened. First, it had to pass our camshaft test. Then it had to pass our dyno test. Then it had to pass a track test. Then they wrote us the big check.
Quaker State exceeds the highest standards for engine protection. Look for the Quaker State 360 rebate during National Car Care Days, plus additional savings from these manufacturers at participating retailers.
When you're looking for the place with the best for your car, when it's quality and service you need, so where your question gets an answer and your money goes far, well, getting it right is the key. Get to the motivated, celebrated, Federated Auto Parts.
Federated, 2,600 stores offering expert advice and the best in brand name parts.
Dedicated, Federated Auto Parts. Federated.
What you got there, son?
I'm just checking out this Homelight electric start gas trimmer.
Electric gas?
Now, Dad, it's a gas trimmer, but with an electric start. See, you just push this button.
Let me see.
It's pretty cool.
Feels good.
The electric start gas-powered trimmer from Homelight. So easy to start, you can't wait to get started.
Since NASCAR first began, there have been over 1,000 races with more than 10,000 drivers and mechanics and millions of spectators. And as NASCAR continues to grow even bigger, so has the one-part store serious enough to be the only official auto parts store in the history of NASCAR. Western Auto and Western Auto's new Parts America.
In 1995, you saw Ford win big in NASCAR. Watched Ford win one off-road title after another. Watched Ford win the Trans Am Championship. And saw Ford Cosworth win the Indy 500. But have you seen what we're doing with all the winnings?
It's equal parts, sweat and steel. It's decisions made in the split of a second. and pain endured for the length of a day. And at the finish, you're either toasting victory or getting set to do it all over again next week. It's auto racing, the way we do it, on the Miller team.
Hey race fans, Heritage RV can do it for you. Winnebago Motorhomes, the official motorhome of NASCAR. In the infield or at the campground, you'll love your new Adventurer, Warrior, or Brave built by Winnebago. At Winnebago, building motorhomes better is still more important than building them faster, and our tests prove it. Heritage RV, the area's newest full-service Winnebago dealer, is where your best deal is at, and that's that. Also stocking best-selling models by these fine companies.
Dear Lowe's, happy 50th anniversary. When we got married, my wife and I bought a fixer-upper for $20,000. Well, after countless trips to Lowe's for shutters, lumber, paint, hardware, and so on, we moved in. Soon after, the highway department showed up with a wrecking ball and a check for $75,000. That's right.
Lowe's knows home improvement. We've known it for 50 years.
Now I always tell people, if you want to increase the value of your house, go to Lowe's.
To keep up with everything that's happening in the playoffs? Think again. NBA Tonight, the whole playoff picture wrapped up in 30 minutes of scores, highlights, and action. NBA Tonight, only on ESPN2.
Hi again, everybody. Brett Haber back in the ESPN studios. We're going to get you back to Talladega in just a second, but our chance now to catch you up to date on other auto racing news going on around the country, including the IndyCar race underway at Nazareth, Pennsylvania. At the moment, Paul Tracy is your leader. He set the course record in qualifying, his second pole this season. Michael Andretti of the famous American racing family is in second, currently through 76 laps. Coming up tonight on ESPN, it is our Sunday night baseball game, the Braves and the Cardinals. Tom Glavine's scheduled to pick. Make sure you tune in for that right now. Let's head back to Talladega.
When the Hendrick team switched to Quaker State this year, I was talking with my crew chief about it, and he said they ran through all these tests, and the stuff beats all their standards. So I said, but don't forget, we won 8 races with last year's oil. And he said, yeah, but don't you forget, we also lost 24. Tough crowd.
Thanks, huh?
Quaker State exceeds the highest standards for engine protection.
Look for the Quaker State 360 rebate during National Car Care Days, plus additional savings from these manufacturers at participating retailers.
It's 400 miles of rocky, rutted trails with enough bumps and jumps to shake a truck to pieces. But if you think an endurance race through the Arizona desert is a real torture test for a truck, just imagine what it can do to a battery. That's why Parker 400 winners Dan Smith and Dave Ashley chose a battery they could depend on to go the distance. The Duralast battery. The same Duralast you can depend on for your car, because it's the one we stock at AutoZone. The Duralast battery. Power you can depend on.
Good as they are, if you think added engine protection only comes in a bottle, this will rock your lifters. The new Fram Double Guard oil filter with DuPont Teflon additive already in it. The same amount of Teflon protection as a quart of the leading engine treatment. Now one filter does 2 jobs to fight dirt, driving extremes, and startup wear for a lot less than using almost any of the leading bottles. The new Fram Double Guard oil filter with DuPont Teflon already in it.
I don't know, it's a game. I just love the game. You know, I guess it's something like you get addicted to it. I ain't lying. Just like a guy gets to playing, never play golf and go out and play around. Hey, man, he hooked.
In the perfect world, your house is a home, and your garage is, well, a garage. Staffed with ASE certified mechanics capable of handling your brakes, shocks, and front-end work. All backed by a guarantee that lets you decide when the work is done. But of course, that's in the perfect world. In the real world, you might have to drive a few blocks. And right now, get free installation on all road handler shocks. Only at Sears Auto Center. Our garage is your garage.
It's equal parts, sweat and steel. It's decisions made in the split of a second. And pain endured for the length of a day. And at the finish, you're either toasting victory for getting set to do it all over again next week. It's auto racing, the way we do it, on the Miller team.
Those 2 all-beef patties.
Thomas, and Thomas. I'll connect you.
That special sauce.
Thomas and Sons.
McDonald's Big Mac.
The Thomases.
A little bit naughty.
Tom.
A whole lot of wonderful. Go on. Give in.
Hi, Judy. Any calls?
Things will pick up after lunch.
Have you had your break today?
I've always believed that baseball deserved its own song. Thank you. Thank you very much. So I penned a new song, a new national anthem just for Major League Baseball. It goes something like this. Baseball, baseball, it's the American sport. I'm still fine-tuning the lyrics, so stay with me. Baseball, baseball, any other wooden sport wouldn't be baseball. Thank you. Second verse, same as the verse.
In Normal, Illinois, Gene Goebel is popular with folks who need their car fixed. He does good work, and he doesn't charge an arm and a leg. Because when he needs auto parts, Gene buys a lot of them at AutoZone. You see, the prices are low every day at AutoZone. So a lot of good mechanics like Gene just pass the savings on to their customers. Plus, they can still get the best quality parts. Sure, they know how to do the work right, but they also know how to save money doing it at AutoZone.
I deserve a ride on a Polaris watercraft. 25 reasons. Number 1, I am a people person. Number 2, very clean ears. I've been known to scoop the poop. Women find me attractive. And number 25, children are our future.
Get a life vest free when you buy before May 31st.
Lightweight, liquid cool, and easy to handle. Everything you'd expect from Pepsi, the official soft drink of NASCAR.
When people hear the Hendrick Motorsports team switch to Quaker State this year, they'll probably think Quaker State wrote us a big check. Well, that's not how it happened. First, it had to pass our camshaft test. Then it had to pass our dyno test. Then it had to pass a track test. Then they wrote us the big check.
Quaker State exceeds the highest standards for engine protection.
Look for the Quaker State 360 rebate during National Car Care Days, plus additional savings from the...
The Pontiac Firebird waits. 305 horsepower comes to life. Ram air induction turns air into fuel in a rush. Firebird, you're ready to fly.
We'll never get the copier fixed before the meeting.
It's handled.
If your office equipment ever breaks down, no matter where you are in the business world, remember, nobody responds like Danka. Only Danka offers copiers, fax machines, and digital systems with this world-class commitment to service.
How'd you get here so fast?
I took a few shortcuts. Danka, world-class products, world-class service.
Since NASCAR first began, there have been over 1,000 races, with more than 10,000 drivers and mechanics, and millions of spectators. And as NASCAR continues to grow even bigger, so has the one-part store serious enough to be the only official auto parts store in the history of NASCAR. Western Auto and Western Auto's new Parts America.